Hey fellas, well, with the preliminary E3 schedule in place, I just have a sole idea about what I'm going to be talking about, and how to, and before that, thought I would do another video on a game that I got fairly recently with my PS Plus subscription. So let's talk about Battlefield 5. Especially as EA and DICE are working on Battlefield 6, and this one is an entry that is contentious to say the least. My perspective I'm offering is a little bit different. Since I'm not the biggest Battlefield fan, but I thought I might as well I'll give it a try, as well as address it before the rotation of games changed again, as like and I didn't feel as strongly about how the matter some other people did, but please understand why other people weren't happy if I don't go to the same streams they did. I mean, the reception and so far has again contentious to say the least, with the reception being mixed at best and the vice at worst. All things considered, it did sell 7.6 million copies worldwide, which also met the usual below expectations and response. And but to be fair, when it launched in 2018, that November, it had some pretty stiff competition, including Limited 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Black Ops 4, and in my case, getting my Switch with both Pokemon Let's Go and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate being pretty big that holiday season as well, and they still are. I mean, but again, sometimes video gaming can surprise you. Here's you. I did not know what to expect from Splatoon games. Ended up really liking Splatoon games. I definitely did not know what to expect from Age of Calamity, and that has ended up being one of my favorite Zelda spin-offs to date. And now that I have played this game a bit, eh, it's okay. Not the best game I've ever played, but it's okay. Hey, I think it's another case where coming right off the heels of stuff like Mass Effect Andromeda, as well as the 2017 Moons of Battlefront 2, it's definitely another title that was the last thing, the kind of publicity that they needed. I mean, but I'm gonna be purely as objective and diplomatic as I can. So I think I'll continue here. After playing a few sessions of multiplayer as well as clearing two of the story sections, being under no flag with someone named Bridger, I believe, from England, as well as the Nordalis mission where you are someone from Norway whose name is Solveig, Haig, trying to stop up the heavy water from being assembled into bombs for Germany. And even though I did encounter some bugs, for the most part, it's pretty stable. I mean, I only got, say, kicked to my console's menu at least once, and guess to myself, well, guess I'm playing something else for a while, man. Now, since, I mean, it's, again, I don't play that many realistic shooters, to be honest. I tend to skew more towards science fiction oriented ones, like, again, Star Wars Battlefront, as I mentioned a moment ago, as well as Metroid and also Splatoon games. So definitely much more fantastical. And as for some people, taking issue with how the player avatars are represented against the backdrop of these events. Again, I didn't feel as strongly about it as others did, but I understand why a lot of them weren't happy. And as for the developers' question on why they can't have their kids represented and here like in Fortnite, actually is a good question. And personally, I wonder the same thing about why nobody batted an eye about beyond the memes about the change the character creation of Splatoon 3, but I'm getting ahead of myself. My stance on it is simply I took it as like historical fiction. I mean, where the events are set against a backdrop of real conflict, but how they play out is Oh, man, there is at least some degree of artistic license that most people, myself included, will accept the situation, which is no different to me than like the avatars used for my PSN profile or the Mass Effect collab DLC he that I got that I downloaded instantly. Because it came out right around the same time. And they're working on Mass Effect Next as well as that Legendary Edition just came out. Even though the comic was set decades before that series or any games would even exist, but that's just me. I'll admit the actual combat is not bad. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but I did do pretty well of the vehicular sections, especially the tanks, which tend to be like a key feature of the series since the beginning. And I mean, sometimes I use a driver I get with it's better, some of them better than others, but I am pretty good in the gunner position at least. I mean, hey, so oh, and personally, hey, my favorite installments are actually more comedic Bad Company spin-offs, which I wouldn't object for them more to make more of them, but that's just me personally. Bottom line, this is definitely not the worst I've ever played. I mean, since it merely exists to me. I mean, hey, like most games that come out given a year do. I mean, I at least spent more time with it than Stranded Deep, and especially since they're gonna be changing the selection again. I personally have played much worse and reviewed much worse. There's in and out of this channel. I mean, if I'm being totally honest. So anyway, but that's just what I gotta say about this, and just trying to keep cool as the June heat wave is trying to come in ahead of schedule of the actual summer solstice in a couple weeks. So, and the next game I talk about before Raya comes down from the paywall on Friday will be a bit lighter than War. So, anyway, talk to you all later.